Let me ask you something important. Have you been adding chia seeds to your breakfast every morning? Yet your joints are still stiff, your fingers still ache, or your body still feels inflamed when you wake up? If so, you're not failing, and you're not imagining things. Here's the truth most people never hear. Chia seeds alone are not enough after 60. Chia has been labeled a superfood, and yes, it has benefits. But inflammation in an aging body is not a one-ingredient problem. After 60, your digestion changes, your enzymes slow down, and your body no longer activates nutrients the way it did decades ago. That means even healthy foods can quietly underperform. This is why so many people say, I eat chia every day. Why do my knees still hurt? Or why am I still stiff in the morning? The seed isn't the issue. The missing combination is. Today, I want to show you something simple, practical, and powerful. Not supplements, not expensive powders. Just a few smart additions that turn chia from a passive food into an active anti-inflammatory tool, one your body can finally use. If your goal is calmer joints, easier movement, and less inflammation as you age, this is one of the most important shifts you can make. And once you understand it, you'll never look at chia seeds the same way again. Part 1. Why chia seeds alone fail after 60. Let's get to the real reason chia seeds so often disappoint after 60. It's not because they're weak. It's because the body you're putting them into has changed. First, there's the omega-3 conversion problem. Chia seeds contain omega-3s, but not the kind your joints and brain can actually use right away. Chia provides ALA, alpha-linolenic acid, not EPA or DHA. For chia to calm inflammation, your body must convert ALA to EPA to DHA. That conversion is where everything breaks down with age. In younger bodies, this process is already inefficient. Only about 5% of ALA converts to EPA, and less than 1% converts to DHA. After 60, enzyme activity drops, liver efficiency declines, and that conversion rate often falls even lower. In practical terms, it's like trying to fill a swimming pool with a teaspoon. The raw material is there, but almost none of it becomes usable. That's why people eat chia daily and still feel stiff, sore, and inflamed. Next comes aging digestion and absorption. As we get older, stomach acid production declines, digestive enzymes weaken, and the gut microbiome becomes less diverse. Fiber-rich foods like chia rely heavily on good digestion and healthy gut bacteria to unlock their benefits. Without that support, chia passes through doing far less than people expect. This is why two people can eat the same healthy food and have completely different results. There's also a timing and signaling issue. Inflammation after 60 isn't driven by one pathway. It involves hormones, immune signaling, gut health, and oxidative stress working together. One food alone rarely switches all of that off. Even excellent foods underperform when they're isolated. Here's the key takeaway, and this matters. Chia seeds are the spark, not the fire. On their own, they don't generate enough biological momentum to calm inflammation in an aging body. But when you give them the right partners, foods that improve conversion, absorption, and cellular signaling, that spark finally catches. That's when chia stops being healthy in theory and starts making a real difference you can feel. Part 2. The solution: turning chia into an anti-inflammatory tool. Addition number 1. Turmeric plus black pepper. This is the first and most important partner chia seeds need after 60, because this combination addresses the core driver of chronic pain and stiffness: uncontrolled inflammation. Many people believe inflammation is just swelling or soreness in a joint. In reality, it is a biochemical signaling problem that becomes louder with age, especially when digestion and nutrient conversion slow down. Turmeric has been used for centuries in traditional medicine, but modern science now explains why it works. The key compound inside turmeric is curcumin, a polyphenol shown in hundreds of studies to inhibit inflammatory pathways such as NF-kappa B, COX-2, and TNF-alpha. These pathways are directly involved in arthritis pain, muscle stiffness, vascular inflammation, and even low-grade brain inflammation that contributes to fatigue and brain fog. However, here is the critical limitation most people never hear. Curcumin has extremely poor bioavailability on its own. Studies consistently show that when turmeric is consumed without any absorption aid, less than 1% of curcumin enters the bloodstream. The rest is rapidly metabolized and excreted. This is why many older adults take turmeric for months and feel no change at all. This is where black pepper becomes essential. Black pepper contains piperine, a natural compound that inhibits curcumin breakdown in the liver and intestine. Clinical research published in pharmacology and nutrition journals demonstrates that piperine can increase curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%, 20-fold. This figure is well established and widely cited in peer-reviewed literature. Without black pepper, turmeric is largely inactive. With it, curcumin becomes biologically meaningful. Now let's connect this directly to chia seeds. Chia provides ALA omega-3s, soluble fiber, and mucilage that supports gut integrity. While ALA alone converts poorly to EPA and DHA after 60, it still reduces baseline inflammatory signaling in the gut. When curcumin enters the system at an effective level, chia's fiber helps stabilize blood sugar and insulin response, both of which strongly influence inflammation. Together, they create a calmer internal environment where curcumin can do its job more effectively. There is also a joint-specific effect worth noting. Multiple randomized controlled trials in older adults show that curcumin supplementation can reduce joint pain and improve mobility comparable to low-dose NSAIDs, but without gastrointestinal bleeding risk. Improvements in stiffness and walking ability are often observed within 6 to 8 weeks when absorption is adequate. This timeline matches what many clinicians see when turmeric is used correctly with piperine. Digestion plays a major role here as well. Chronic inflammation often begins in the gut. Curcumin has been shown to support the intestinal barrier, reducing leaky gut, signaling that sends inflammatory messengers into the bloodstream. Chia's soluble fiber feeds beneficial gut bacteria, which further dampens inflammatory responses. This is why people often notice not just less joint pain, but also better digestion, calmer bowels, and improved energy when this combination is used consistently. You do not need supplements or large doses. A functional daily amount is 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, soaked for proper digestion, combined with 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric and a small pinch of black pepper. Fat improves curcumin absorption further, so using almond milk, yogurt, or adding a few nuts enhances the effect naturally. The most important principle is consistency. Inflammation does not drop overnight. This combination works by lowering inflammatory signaling gradually, allowing tissues to recover instead of being constantly re-irritated. Think of chia as the foundation, turmeric as the anti-inflammatory signal, and black pepper as the key that unlocks the door. Addition number 2, vitamin C, rich fruits, the omega-3 activator. If turmeric and black pepper turn down the inflammatory noise, this second addition helps your body finally use what's inside chia seeds. This is where many people unknowingly fail because omega-3s do not work in isolation. They require a biochemical environment that supports conversion, tissue repair, and cellular protection. That environment depends heavily on vitamin C. Most people associate vitamin C with immunity or colds, but after 60, its more critical role is often overlooked. It enables tissue repair, protects omega-3s from oxidation, and supports the conversion process that chia struggles with on its own. Without adequate vitamin C, Even the small amount of EPA and DHA produced from chia's ELA becomes less effective. Here's the key mechanism. Chia seeds contain ELA, a fragile fatty acid that is easily damaged by oxidative stress. Aging bodies tend to produce more free radicals due to slower mitochondrial function, chronic inflammation, and reduced antioxidant defenses. When omega-3s oxidize before being converted or incorporated into cell membranes, they lose their anti-inflammatory potential. Vitamin C acts as a primary antioxidant buffer, protecting these fats long enough for the body to use them. There is also a direct conversion benefit. Several metabolic studies show that vitamin C supports enzymes involved in fatty acid metabolism and helps preserve DHA once formed. While it does not magically turn ALA into DHA, adequate vitamin C improves efficiency and reduces loss, which matters greatly when conversion rates are already low after 60. Beyond omega-3s, vitamin C plays a structural role. It is required for collagen synthesis, which directly affects joints, tendons, cartilage, blood vessels, and even the gut lining. Chronic inflammation accelerates collagen breakdown. When chia is combined with vitamin C-rich fruits, you are not only reducing inflammatory signals, you are actively supporting the repair of connective tissue that inflammation damages. This is why people often notice less morning stiffness and better mobility when chia is paired with the right fruits. It's not just pain reduction, it's structural support happening quietly in the background. The best sources are low glycemic, high antioxidant fruits, not fruit juice, and not overly sweet tropical fruits. Kiwi is one of the strongest choices, providing more vitamin C per serving than an orange, along with digestive enzymes that improve nutrient absorption. Berries, especially blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries, deliver vitamin C plus anthocyanins, which further lower inflammatory markers such as CRP. Citrus fruits like oranges and grapefruit are also effective when eaten whole, not juiced. Scientific observations consistently show that people who consume vitamin C from whole foods, not supplements, have lower oxidative stress and better inflammatory balance, particularly in older adults. Whole fruits provide fiber, polyphenol, and flavonoids that supplements cannot replicate. From a practical standpoint, this addition is simple. Add 1/2 to 1 cup of vitamin C, rich fruit to your soaked chia. This can be kiwi slices, a handful of berries, or a small portion of citrus segments. The goal is not sweetness. The goal is biochemical support. Avoid pairing chia with fruit juice, syrups, or sweetened yogurt, as excess sugar increases inflammation and cancels out much of the benefit. The deeper takeaway is this: chia seeds are not just missing anti-inflammatory power, they are missing activation conditions. Vitamin C helps create those conditions by protecting fats, supporting enzyme activity, and rebuilding the tissues inflammation erodes. Addition number 3. Probiotics, the gut inflammation regulator. This third addition is where everything finally comes together, because chronic inflammation after 60 almost always begins in the gut. Many people focus on joints, muscles, or even the brain, but they miss the upstream problem. If the gut is inflamed, imbalanced, or poorly functioning, no anti-inflammatory food will work the way it should, including chia. Chia seeds are rich in soluble fiber, specifically mucilage, which forms a gel when soaked. This fiber is not just for digestion. It is a prebiotic, meaning it feeds beneficial gut bacteria. But here is the issue most older adults face. After 60, many people simply do not have enough healthy bacteria left to feed. Antibiotics, medications, stress, low stomach acid, and years of processed foods quietly reduce microbial diversity. When the bacteria are missing, chia's fiber has nowhere to go. This creates a common frustration. People eat chia, feel bloated, or notice no improvement at all. The fiber is there, but the gut ecosystem is too weak to use it properly. In some cases, undigested fiber can even increase discomfort instead of reducing inflammation. This is where probiotic foods become essential. Probiotics introduce live beneficial bacteria that help rebalance the gut environment. When combined with chia, the effect is synergistic. The probiotics repopulate the gut, and chia's fiber feeds those bacteria, allowing them to produce short-chain fatty acids, especially butyrate. Butyrate is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory compounds produced inside the human body. It directly calms immune signaling, strengthens the intestinal barrier, and reduces systemic inflammation that shows up as joint pain, stiffness, fatigue, and even brain fog. Research consistently shows that older adults with healthier gut microbiomes have lower inflammatory markers, better insulin sensitivity, and improved mobility. This is why gut-focused strategies often improve symptoms far beyond digestion alone. The most practical probiotic sources are plain, unsweetened yogurt or kefir with live cultures. Kefir is particularly effective because it contains a wider range of bacterial strains than yogurt and is easier to digest for many seniors. Fermented foods like natto or sauerkraut can also help, but their strong flavors make them less accessible for daily use. Yogurt and kefir are gentle, familiar, and easy to combine with chia. There is also an absorption benefit. A healthier gut lining improves uptake of omega-3s, curcumin, minerals, and antioxidants. This means the previous additions, turmeric, black pepper, and vitamin C-rich fruits, all work better when probiotics are present. Inflammation drops not because one ingredient is magical, but because the system is finally balanced. A simple, effective approach is this. Mix 1 tablespoon of soaked chia seeds into half a cup of plain yogurt or kefir, then add berries or kiwi if desired. Let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes so the chia fully softens. This reduces digestive strain and improves tolerance. Always avoid flavored yogurts, as added sugar feeds harmful bacteria and promotes inflammation, undoing the benefits. Portion control matters. More is not better. 1 to 2 tablespoons of chia per day is sufficient. Excess fiber without adequate hydration or gut adaptation can cause bloating, especially early on. The goal is steady, calm improvement, not forcing change. The deeper takeaway is this. Inflammation is not just about what you eat, but how your body processes it. Chia without probiotics is like fertilizer on dry soil. Add probiotics, and suddenly the system comes alive. Part 3. Common mistakes to avoid. Even when people choose the right foods, results often fall short because of small but critical mistakes. These errors don't cancel the benefits completely, but they slow progress and leave people thinking, "I tried this and it didn't work." Let's make sure that doesn't happen. The first mistake is eating chia seeds dry. Sprinkling dry chia onto cereal, salad, or oatmeal may look harmless, but it's one of the most common causes of bloating, stomach discomfort, and even throat irritation. Chia absorbs up to 10 to 12 times its weight in liquid. If it expands inside the digestive tract without enough fluid, it becomes difficult to process and stresses digestion instead of calming inflammation. Always soak chia or mix it into moist foods like yogurt, kefir, or pudding. The second mistake is expecting instant results. Inflammation that developed over years does not disappear in days. Chia combinations work by calming immune signaling, improving gut balance, and stabilizing metabolism. These are gradual processes. Most people begin noticing changes in stiffness, swelling, or morning discomfort after 2 to 4 weeks of consistent use, not overnight. Consistency matters far more than intensity. Another major error is using sweetened liquids. Many people soak chia in sweetened almond milk, flavored yogurt, or fruit juice. This quietly feeds inflammation. Added sugars raise insulin, disrupt gut bacteria, and counteract omega-3 benefits. Always choose unsweetened milk alternatives or plain yogurt. If sweetness is needed, add fruit, not sugar. Portion size is another issue. More chia does not mean more benefit. 1 to 2 tablespoons per day is enough. Larger amounts overwhelm digestion, especially after 60, when enzyme output and gut motility are lower. Too much fiber too quickly can increase gas, pressure, and discomfort, leading people to abandon the habit entirely. A fifth mistake is ignoring hydration. Chia pulls water into the gut. If overall fluid intake is low, stools can become harder, digestion slows, and inflammation can actually worsen. Seniors are especially prone to underhydration. Drinking water consistently throughout the day makes chia gentler and more effective. Many people also forget that chia is not a standalone cure. Without turmeric, vitamin C, rich fruits, or probiotics, its anti-inflammatory potential stays limited. Chia is the foundation, not the full structure. Pairing activates it. Finally, some people stop too soon because they're looking for pain elimination rather than progression control. Reduced stiffness, easier movement, calmer digestion, and better sleep are early wins. These signs mean inflammation is lowering, even if discomfort hasn't vanished completely yet. The goal is not perfection. The goal is smart use. Avoid these mistakes, and chia stops being just another healthy food and becomes a tool your body can actually use to calm inflammation day by day. Final conclusion. By now, one truth should be very clear. Chia seeds are not weak. They're just misunderstood. On their own, they provide fiber and basic omega-3s, but after 60, the body simply can't unlock their full anti-inflammatory power without help. That's not failure. That's biology. When you understand the system, everything changes. Chia becomes the foundation. Turmeric and black pepper flip the inflammation switch. Vitamin C-rich fruits improve conversion and tissue repair, and probiotics restore the gut environment where inflammation actually begins. Each piece does a different job. Together, they work in harmony, calming joints, easing stiffness, supporting the brain, and improving overall resilience. This isn't about adding more food. It's about adding the right partners at the right time. 1 tablespoon of chia, a pinch of turmeric with black pepper, a handful of berries or citrus, plain yogurt or kefir. Simple, affordable, consistent. That's how inflammation is reduced in real life, especially after 60. And remember this, progress doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it shows up quietly. Less stiffness in the morning, easier movement getting out of a chair, calmer digestion, better sleep. Those are signals your body is responding. That's inflammation stepping down. If you've tried chia before and felt disappointed, don't give up on it. You weren't wrong. You just didn't have the full equation yet. Now you do. Tonight or tomorrow morning, try it once, properly. 1 simple bowl. No perfection, just intention. If this helps you see chia seeds differently, tap the like button so more people can learn this. Share this video with someone who's dealing with joint pain or stiffness and feels stuck. And leave a comment below. Which addition will you try first? Turmeric, fruit, or probiotics? Subscribe to Ageless Vitality if you want more clear, science-based guidance that respects your age and your body. Because aging doesn't mean giving up. It means learning how to support yourself smarter than ever. I'll see you in the next video.